Hello everyone. How would you feel if you're working out, pushing yourself hard with each and every workout, expecting to see amazing results, and you end up in your doctor's office with a sprained back muscle, twisted ankle, and hurt knee? As an NASM certified personal trainer with experience in Able Fitness, I have seen the impact of improper form way too often. Each and every person can benefit from instruction to ensure proper movement mechanics, as to avoid injuries such as those I mentioned above, as well as to get the most benefit from the exercises performed. So today I'd like to demonstrate for you all how to perform a proper lunge, push-up, and plank. Let's begin with one of the most loved and hated exercises, the lunge. The lunge is an all-encompassing exercise working nearly every muscle of the lower body. As you can see in this diagram, that's quite a bit of muscles there. This includes the glutes, the hamstrings, the quadriceps, the adductors, and the abductors. To perform a lunge, you'll step forward with one leg, lowering down to form a 90-degree angle in the leg, pushing up with the heel of your foot. Some issues with form include stepping too wide, as you can see in this diagram, or too narrow, which can place too much pressure on the knees, pushing through your toes as opposed to your heels, and leaning too far back or to the side of your torso, as you can see here. This is the proper form, and these are some issues with a lunge that people make. If you do it this way, it can shift the contraction from the intended muscles to different areas of the body. It can also leave you prone to injuries to your hips, back, knees, and ankles. Next up on the list of really hard exercises is the push-up. Again, this is considered one of the most loved exercises for its benefits, but one of the hardest to perform and one that is most frequently done incorrectly. This diagram shows all the muscles the push-up works, which includes the pectoral muscles, shoulders, and triceps, as well as the back and the core. To perform a push-up, you would get down on your hands and feet, keeping your hands directly under your shoulders, as you see this diagram shows. You don't want to keep your abdominal muscles tight, and you don't want to sag your back. You'll lower your body down, pushing up with the palms of your hands. Now, there are two ways to perform a push-up. The first is a wide grip, which focuses on the chest, and the second is a close grip, which focuses on the triceps and shoulders. I'd like to have Sean demonstrate for us first the lunge. He's going to do a couple of lunges for us. Push up. One more, please, Sean. And secondly, I'd like to have him perform a push-up, which I've described. He'll perform 2 close grip push-ups.
Close grip?
Yes, please. Down, you see how he keeps his elbows into his side? And could you perform 2 wide grip push-ups, please?
Sure.
Thank you very much. Important factors to remember is to keep your spine in a neutral position. You don't want to bend your head too far down or look too far overhead, and definitely make sure to breathe throughout the movement. Proper form is essential to target the intended muscles while also avoiding injuries. If push-ups are not performed properly, it can injure your rotator cuff muscles, which are these muscles here, your chest and your back muscles as well, and can cause significant lower back pain. So always follow proper form, and if you're not able to perform either modification or either type of push-up, you can use modifications such as doing them on your knees, using a stability ball, or even elevating your hands. Last, but certainly not least, is the plank. It's one of the best core exercises that utilizes the entire body. To perform a plank, you'll get down on your hands and feet and hold this position. And as you can see, if you can turn it so she's able to see as well, I have 2 diagrams here. This is called a low plank, and the model's performing it down on her forearms, but you can also do a high plank, which is done on your hands and your feet. As you can see here, she's keeping her spine, again, in a neutral line, with her hands directly under her shoulders, or your elbows, if you're doing a low plank, directly under your shoulders. You want to keep your abs tight. You don't want to sag your hips, as you see this model is doing. You don't want to look too far overhead or bend your head down. And again, you can modify this. If you're not able to hold this position, you can drop down to your knees, and when you're ready, raise back up onto your feet. Sean, I want to have you demonstrate first for us a high plank on your hands and feet.
Sure.
And the key to this exercise is not just holding it. You want to suck your abs in tight, almost like you have an invisible line pulling your abs into your spine. And if you can demonstrate a low plank for me, please. So he's not sagging his hips. Everything's in proper alignment. Thank you very much. The plank can be one of the most effective exercises if done properly and will strengthen your total body. So after hearing all this information, does this make you reconsider your own exercise form? Are you guilty of doing some of these very exercises with improper form? If so, I hope I have provided pertinent and valuable information to help correct your form so that you are able to avoid injury while also getting the most benefit from each and every exercise I have described, which includes the lunge, the push-up, and the plank. If done properly, I'm sure many of you will gain strength, increase muscular endurance, and build muscle size. Thank you.